Welcome back to the channel. I am the brand owner of Kussen Clothing, Mr. Kussen, and you are watching the Kussen Clothing YouTube channel. So in the first video, I gave you a little background of where Kussen Clothing came from, where did the idea come from, and a little introduction to what this channel is going to be about. So we're just going to double down on that, and we're just going to give you just a bit more about Kussen Clothing and where we are at now. So as you know, Kussen Clothing is 11 years old. This year I will be going into year 12, 2025. So the story so far has been a lot about growth. I think came back to year 1 to where we are now in year 11. There's been a lot of growth. There's been a lot of change. There's been literally a lot of things that, you know, that I used to do that I don't do anymore, or stuff that we've seriously improved. The investment has been far bigger in year 11 compared to year 1. I'm gonna say compared to even year 5. If I'm totally honest, I think it's been the last 3 years, actually 4 years. So thinking just before COVID, so 2019 to now. So yeah, the last 5 years I think have been core important years where it became more than just some t-shirts. It became more than just a hobby. It became a brand and a business, and really started to push harder, be more consistent. And I think that is the biggest thing I've learned over these last 5 years. Consistency is key. You literally have to keep keeping on to really move a brand or to move a business forward. So if that means, you know, posting every day, whether it's on the grid, whether it's a story, whether it's on TikTok, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on Snapchat, that's sending emails on a consistent basis to let people know about your new products, let people know about old products, let people know about sales, etc. I think these last 5 years have been really key in learning those things and making those things become the norm, a steady practice, part of the process. So yeah, in these last 5 years, one of the biggest moves I think we've made, and we've really knuckled down in year 11 going into year 12, is holding stock. So moving from a made to order business to actually holding stock, buying in bulk from our manufacturers and literally sitting on stock. I think that's been the biggest move that we've made over time. I know that might seem small, but that was a big move for me and the brand. Made to order was so easy in terms of the outlay. I could make literally 100 designs, different designs on different products, different SKUs, and not have to hold any when an order comes in. At the time, I had a print studio with my business partner, and I could actually print the stuff myself, or I could outsource it to other printers that I had good personal relationships with. So that was working, and it allowed me to have a massive product line. But let's just fast forward, and looking back at the time, that was perfect. But now, where the brand is serious, it is about bulk buying for me, having stock literally there, ready to go, ready to ship. Still doing hand-to-hand sales. Do you know what I mean? Someone can hit me up that I know, and they can literally get it straight from me. That is still a part of the business. Being totally transparent, I want to get as far away from that as possible, but we're just not at that stage just yet. But holding stock, I think, is just really important. But let's go back 5 years or so where I was doing made to order and I was moving product. I'm not gonna lie, I was moving product, but there was times where, you know, I've learned now that people want things now. And if you're gonna be a big brand, or if you're gonna, yeah, let's just say a big clothing brand, you need to be able to offer the services that the big boys offer. So that's being able to offer next day delivery. You know what I mean? So I think moving from made to order to actually holding stock and buying in bulk was a big move, but I think it's one of my best moves. And I made that move, I'm gonna say early 2024, early this year. I said, you know what? I'm gonna have faith first and foremost in the products that I'm creating, because I know they're good and I know they're quality, and I'm gonna actually buy in bulk. I'm gonna hold stock. So whether it's 20, 30, 100 units, whatever it is, I'm going to hold that stock and work through that stock. And that was a big move for the brand. So in turn, that meant slightly downsizing on the amount of products that we have available at the time. But I think in hindsight, I think more thought was going into the products, more thought was going into the story behind the products, more thought was going into the actual building of collections and the building of products. So that move was an improvement for me as the brand owner, just put a little bit more thought into what we're actually creating, what each product means, what products are going to fall into this SKU, which products are going to fall into this SKU, which t-shirts are we going to be releasing, okay, do you know what, let's save this design for later on in the year, etc. All of these things became more apparent in that move from made to order to bulk buy-in, because I could literally just make designs, get designs and throw them on a t-shirt, make a mock-up, or maybe make just one, shoot it, and that's it. It's on the website, you can buy it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, that was a big move. I think back in this 5-year period, I'm not discounting the first 6 years. Don't ever get it twisted, because there was a lot of growth in those first 6 years. But I think I'll go more into that in another video. But I think the last 5 years is more shows how we've got where we are now and what you see now in the brand. So that's why I'm gonna focus on these last 5 years, and in another video I'll give you some more background on the previous 6. So yeah, and with bulk buying there was much more work, much more focus on the product. So now I get my products from overseas. Very, very rare do I operate in the UK in terms of getting products. So what you see online now on the Kussen clothing website is all overseas products that I hold here in stock. That involved a lot of back and forth with manufacturers to get these products right. It included samples, literally, and a lot of investment in the product before the product even becomes a real thing for you, the consumer, to be able to buy. So I operate on Alibaba.com. It's not a secret here. I'm not here to gatekeep. You know, Alibaba.com is where I operate and where I find 95% of my manufacturers. I have worked with some manufacturers off of Instagram as well. You know, they fly in your inbox, and yeah, everyone's always offering a service in your inbox on Instagram. One thing I will say is 99.9% of the manufacturers in my inbox on Instagram will be from Pakistan. That is where they seem to more operate. That is their, what I would say, playground, where my Chinese manufacturers are all on Alibaba. They never jump into my Instagram DMs inbox. That never happens. 1 or 2 emails. And again, I think these are soft leads from Alibaba.com, but China, Alibaba.com, Pakistan manufacturers, again, 99.9% of the time I come into contact with them on Instagram. So I've worked with both. I've had products from China, I've had products from Pakistan. I primarily work in China now. You know, again, like I said, there's been a lot of samples, so a lot of back and forth and a lot of trial and error. And I've found that the work I get done in China is of a better standard, better quality, and also I've built bonds for longevity. But again, the China versus Pakistan, I think we can save that for another video, but I just thought I'd just touch on that again to just show you how far we've come and how we have got here. So made to order to bulk buy-in, from lots of products to scale down the product offerings. Again, in the last 5 years, those are two of the big shifts. And consistency with email marketing, content and posting. I think one of the biggest things I've struggled with, and I think a lot of brands struggle with sometimes, is just producing content. The content game is, the levels are very, very high. Do you know what I mean? I think you can spend less compared to days gone by, because you've got things like your iPhone. Your iPhone can do so much, whereas before you needed a Canon, you needed this type of camera, but a lot of things can be done on your iPhone. So I think the cost to be able to do things is definitely more affordable. But for me, sometimes it's just a bit of time. Do you know what I mean? So to produce content, but nonetheless, I think over the last 5 years, definitely become more consistent, more creative to do things with the resources or what is available. So just having my iPhone, there's ideas, things that I can make or produce just by myself. You know, I don't need a model or anything like that. So things like that, again, have developed and improved over the last 5 years. Email marketing, I am heavy on email marketing, posting on Instagram, posting on TikTok. Having all of these different platforms can be quite tiring at the best of times, but it is part of the game, and consistency at the end of the day can just be the difference between making sales and not making sales, being noticed, going viral, etc. So just being consistent. Email marketing, I am, like I said, hella heavy on that. I use a platform called Klaviyo. I send out emails on average every other day, sometimes consecutive days. So around Black Friday, it was literally every day. I think I missed one day, which was a Wednesday, just to kind of give my segments, give my list just a slight breather. Times like Black Friday, you can imagine all you're getting is emails, offers. So I took a break in between, but literally that was every day, different types of emails, some a bit more story based, some sell based, literally to kind of cover the whole spectrum and also to see what works, because at the end of the day, you're always learning. No email performs the same. Do you know what I mean? So knowing what taglines, subject lines, etc. are working better than others. So things like that, again, are big moves or improvements, or things that I invest far much more time into over these last 5 years. So where the brand is now, so I will go back to where we first started. Where we first started, it literally for me was just going to be t-shirts, some hoodies, some jumpers. That was it, with the brand name on it. That was it. The brand name was still Kussen, but the logos that we were using were different back then compared to now. We will focus on that again in another video. Do you know what I mean? I'll give you a bit more detailed insight into how we moved through logos. But back then, I was just making things. I was making stuff, just stuff. It was just stuff to sell with the brand name, to just push the brand. So again, now we are streetwear and activewear. Those are the two umbrellas that we operate in. Those are the two vehicles or vessels that we ride, is streetwear and activewear. Our activewear is very much female focused, but that aspect is going to develop. That is going to develop 2025. So keep your eyes on that. And streetwear. So, you know, what you wear out on the street, out on the road. And when I say out on the street and out on the road, that don't mean in the ghetto or whatever, but streetwear. Do you know what I mean? Streetwear covers a wide range. You've got, you know, joggers, you've got hoodies, you've got t-shirts, you've got hats, you've got football jerseys, you've got hockey jerseys, etc. Streetwear is a big umbrella, but that is the umbrella that we operate in. T-shirts, hoodies, and jerseys are what I'd say we kind of that's what we specialize in. Strong t-shirt brand, strong hoodie brand, and we also do have some jerseys out. And like I said, activewear is primarily female orientated at the moment, but watch out for developments in 2025. So those are choices that I made, I'm gonna say 3 years ago. Again, in this development or moving through to really find my feet of, do you know what am I doing with this brand? What is gonna make this brand stroke business move forward? So it was making some key defining choices of which direction to move in, rather than the chaos of trying to do a little bit of everything. So streetwear, activewear, again, that was a big choice that has been made in the last 5 years to bring the brand to where we are now. So why streetwear and why activewear? Streetwear was what we were always making. Did I always call it streetwear? Probably not. It was just maybe casual wear, but streetwear effectively is what we have always made. So, you know, streetwear, yeah, you know what I mean? Streetwear is what we've kind of always made, but, you know, putting a real stamp on it as, yes, we are a streetwear brand. Activewear, I'd say, was more of a trend that was being made cool or being made popular or being made very apparent. Obviously, brands like Gymshark gave that cross between what you wear to go to the gym and what you can also wear on the street or on you know, in your day-to-day life. And that became activewear, and activewear is cool. Activewear is your day, is some people's literally day to day. So gym style leggings, you know what I mean? They're not necessarily made for the gym, but they are made with the gym in mind. So that was a bit more of a trend that we were following. But also, I found a fantastic manufacturer for such wear that I was working with, literally just working with, just to kind of see the possibilities. And it was a real possibility, and it was a real opportunity to get into that market. So those are kind of the reasons behind the two umbrellas that we walk under, literally, or that we operate under. So yeah, so here we are. Our customer base is growing. Our reach is growing. You know, all the metrics and all the analytics I get on the back end of our website, etc., show that things are moving in the right direction. And literally, as I keep saying, it's just all about being consistent. You just have to be consistent and keeping on and pushing in the right direction. Keep doing the things that you know work, and keep doing the things even when you know you can't be bothered. Because there is times I can't be asked to write an email and think of a new tagline, etc. But it has to be done. At the end of the day, it has to be done. It is the only way that the brand is gonna grow, the only way that the brand is gonna move forward. So yeah, these last 5 years have been fantastic. In the most part, like anything, there's the ups, there's the downs. New product, no sales in the first day or first week. You know, when you think you got a sick product and it's drop day, and you do all of your marketing, all your build up, and nothing. Like, it happens. It's happened to me numerous times. I'm gonna give you the real. It isn't all sweet. It isn't all ching 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 on Shopify. It isn't always that. Do you know what I mean? So but we stay consistent. You know what I mean? We keep doing the things that we're supposed to do, or that need to be done to push this brand in the right direction. So Kussen Clothing, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you follow, make sure you share. I'm gonna put the Instagram right there, and there might be a ding. So yeah, make sure you keep following. I'm committed to this channel. I'm committed to this new vehicle, and these YouTube videos. So yeah, man, keep it locked. Stay tuned, and I'll see you on the next video. But you know what? Actually, we're not ready to cut just yet. We're not ready to cut just yet. We got something in the post this week. Something new. Let me know what you think. Heavyweight, 305 grams GSM. New Kussen tee. I think we're gonna drop this in January. Little something new. The eyes Chico. They never lie. Little Scarface going on. Directed by Kussen, starting 2024. Playing on the front. And this is another thing, like, you know, everything used to be plastered along the front. But you know what? Sometimes people like to be just low key, just subtle. So subtle on the front and all the design on the back. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. This washes well. These are tremendous t-shirts. Same as this one I got here. But yeah, man. So let me know what you think, man. Jump in those comments. Let me know what you think. New Kussen drop. I'm thinking January. Let me know if you're feeling it. Yeah? But like, subscribe, share. We out.